It's the Daily Doug.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Daily Doug. Thanks for being with me today. My friends, on today's episode, I am going back to the world of gaming, and specifically, I am going back to the hot new game of 2025. It's Clair Obscur Expedition 33. About a month ago to the day, I reacted to a medley of songs by popular request from the new game Clair Obscur Expedition 33's soundtrack. It was an orchestral session of 5 songs, and I was blown away by it. I really was. It was wonderful music, and that video has gone on to be our most viral video of the year so far. It's already received more than 100,000 views in less than a month. And it is for a good reason. The music is epic, it's wonderful, it's new, it's fresh, and people can't get enough of it. So I have been eagerly awaiting the time when I would be able to return to music from this soundtrack. And today is the day, my friends. The question on my mind is, what song or songs do I cover next? We have already heard these 5. Alicia Lumiere, oh, good Lord, I'm going to butcher this title. Laura au Dois de Rosas. Something about roses. Aline, and until next life. Okay, those 5. That title bugged me last time. I've been trying to figure out how to say it. At some point I'll figure out French, y'all. These 5 songs were included in that orchestral session, which was led by our composer Laurent Testard and vocalist Alice Duport-Percier, and they were backed by the Orchestra Curieux, and it was sublime. It was absolutely sublime, enchanting, y'all. And I've looked now at the entire soundtrack to this game, and I've been especially looking on Reddit to try to determine which of these remaining tracks are making a real impact on its gamers and the people that hear it. And I think that I have found the right track for us to feature today. It is, let's see if I can figure this one out. Une vie atame, I believe is how you say it. Une vie atame. And it roughly translates to a life loving you. And as I was looking into this, it's described as a poignant and emotionally charged song. It's going to feature Alice Duport-Percier on vocals and Victor Borba on vocals. It is interwoven within the game's narrative, and it coincides with the game's quote-unquote good ending. So apparently the game has multiple endings that gamers can explore. The lyrics I have here are all in French, and I do have an English translation, and it looks really, really personal and really kind of intimate, y'all. One of our main characters looks to be confronting their grief. They are trying to let what is in the past be in the past, and they're trying to begin the process of healing. They're showing courage to continue on and to choose hope. I think that's why it's connected to the good ending, right? And from what I read, it's a song that is exploring the central themes of the game. It's about love, profound loss, the role of art in expressing grief, and the agonizing choice between clinging to an idealized past and embracing a difficult reality and moving forward. And as I was reading about all of this, this especially, y'all, hits home for me personally, because I'm dealing with similar issues in my personal life. And the world right now doesn't seem to make sense. And you're trying to figure out what reality is. And you're trying to choose hope. And you're trying to choose life. And you're trying to figure out what's worth our time, what's worth our energy, what's worth our hope, our energy, all of that stuff, right? It's a crazy world out there right now. And I want to hear what this sounds like. It's brand new. I think the composer and the game makers have some of the similar top level ideas coming down to them as they are building the game, as they are building the themes and the music for this. And I got to hear it, friends. So let's dive in. This actually is one of the longest tracks on the entire soundtrack. The soundtrack has 154 tracks, by the way. This is track 60. And I was looking through there a bunch, all of these, all 154 tracks of this soundtrack have many views already, y'all. But there are a few tracks that pop out with lots more views than the ones around them, and this one especially popped out with a whole bunch of views. It's about 11 minutes long. And let's hear it. We got to hear what's going on with this. It's Une vie, and it is from the game Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Off we go. Kind of a mirage. There's a leading tone. There's another 5 chord. That's a B going to E, right? And they're singing to each other. I think she says Renoir and he says Aline. Hey. Reminds me of Floor singing some Nightwish. I'm not upset about that. Back to that half cadence. It's a B chord that's going to resolve to E minor, which is our key, I believe. Yeah. Listen to the violin just going nuts. It's all on an E minor chord here. It's like they're trying to break through, trying to figure out. And then that breaks. flat 6, flat 7 to 1. No. They're up a step. F sharp minor. That was sneaky. There's that same 5, but now it's a C sharp instead of a B. Breathtaking, isn't it? It's just enchanting music. They're back in E minor now. That was sneaky. It's got an epic scope to it, with an intimacy that you cannot ignore. It sounds like there's loud stuff happening in the background, but it's all in the background. That's fascinating. It just keeps going. Clair Obscur. Aline, Renoir, Alicia, Verso. I believe those are characters in the game. Get a guitar now. Violin and guitar kind of trying to find the same space. Flat 6, flat 7, 1, E minor. Wow, it's intense. Listen to them. So this kind of goes back to the beginning. Drop that brush, leave that canvas, Renoir or Aline? I will always paint. And then someone says, stop painting. She wants to paint, she wants to stop painting. Drop that brush, leave that canvas. Aline Renoir. Blazing colors. Fiery red, life taken, together in the dark. Let's open our eyes and seek hope. Wow. Time dominant. Adieu. Adieu. And it ends unfinished. Unfinished. Yadim. They would have to end there, and they don't. It's ongoing. It's unfinished. It's an unfinished cadence. And it works perfectly because it sounds like it's the beginning of a story and not the end. You know what I mean? Or it's the end of one story and the beginning of another. This music does not disappoint so far, y'all. Wonderful. Like I was saying in there, it has an epic quality to it, but an intense intimacy to it that I can't ignore. There's these huge soundscapes, but individual violins and individual voices and little bits of piano and sparseness included. It's really amazing. So at the very end here, I was trying to follow along with the French. I did okay. But the English translation that I was able to find, I think helps a little bit. The last few verses before we get back to this refrain, I think kind of went back to where we started and restated some of these lines. But what I have here as a translation, one person says, stop loving me. And then the other person says, I will always love you. And then one person says, drop that brush, leave that canvas. And then they both say each other's name. And then one person says, I will always paint. And then it says, stop painting. I don't know if it's the same person or the different person, but the other person comes back and says, drop that brush, leave that canvas. The canvas is an interesting thing here. She's a painter. And I don't know yet from the context of the game. I haven't read enough to know that kind of a spoiler because I might really enjoy playing this game. So I don't want to know everything just yet, but it makes me very interested to dive into more of the game and the the OST. The second to last verse here. The English is blazing colors, fiery red, life taken, together in the dark. Let's open our eyes, seek hope. And then I think a different person responds, your hand in mine, our sorrow unravels together toward the future. And then I think together they say, we will paint the Clair Obscur. And with that, they move into this ending section that just hit me in the feels. The English is paint love, paint life, cry in color, pleurer en couleur, cry in color. Sur le toit notre vie s'éclate, our story unfolds in the canvas, and then adieu, goodbye. Paint love, paint life, cry in color, our story unfolds in the canvas. Goodbye. It's a parting of ways and a looking towards the future. It's pausing, it's stopping to look back and take stock and understand not only what has happened, but how you feel about it and how it affects you and your own personal image, you know. And then there's a decision to keep going, to move on. And whatever is going to happen, the story is going to unfold in the canvas. Y'all, I have to get into this game. And I think I can play it online. I don't even need a gaming console. I think I'm going to do it, y'all. Just to spend some more time with the soundtrack. And y'all say, I mean, when I read in before, it said that, you know, it's using state-of-the-art technology. It's got updated gaming engines and the way that it processes data. It seems to be one of these new age interactive games that just is mesmerizing people. And it seems to be something that is making an impact because of how human the themes are. And that's great. And that's great. These days we need some of this art. And part of what I was reading about this is that one of the central themes of this game is the role of art in processing grief. I want to learn more about that. The central themes of the game: love, profound loss, the role of art in processing grief, and the agonizing choice between clinging to an idealized past and embracing a difficult reality. Whew. Timely, isn't it? Quite timely. So let me know, friends. You know, maybe I start a Twitch channel and start streaming my gaming in this, and y'all can help me out. Who knows? I don't have a Twitch channel yet. I've been thinking about it, though. Been thinking. But let me know what you think. Did I get this right? Did I miss something? Without spoilers, please. Without major spoilers. You know, come on. And let me know what else from this game, in terms of the soundtrack, you're really into and you think that I should review here and get on the channel. I would be very interested in hearing your take. But for today, y'all, I've been very, very pleased with this particular choice. What a beautiful tune. An epic, intimate, and just heart-wrenching piece of music from a game. How about that? Une vie and Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Y'all, I don't think this will be the last time that I come into contact with this game. I look forward to next time, but that is going to be all for me on this edition of the program. I thank you very much for being with me, and we will see you next time on another edition of the Daily Doug.